Good afternoon, it's David Mourad here. It's the 1st of July. Just another episode for the newsletter to recap our runners over the last month. So we'll kick things off with BBT, trained by Mick Price. He's had a couple of runs in this preparation. First up was good winning at Sandown on the 15th. Over 1,000 metres, I believe it was actually. He was nice and strong. Won by about half a length, 3/4 of a length on the line. Appreciated the soft track there. He does like the wet, so that was a nice good win. I think it was his 5th win for the owners. He's starting to spin a bit of money and we've been having a bit of fun with him. So did run second up at Flemington last Saturday. It was a good run. It was in an open handicap, so it was actually quite a strong field. We weren't expecting a win. We were hoping he could figure, and he was only beaten around 3 lengths. So it was a good run. He ran 5th. It was tough company, like I said, but we're very happy with him. He's going well. So next start's going to be on the 13th of July at Moonee Valley, back to the midweek grade, which will suit him. We'll have to carry a little bit more weight, but we'll have an apprentice claim there. So he's going well. As always, the wetter the better for him. So if you see him on a wet track, then he's going to be a pretty good chance. Black Denim, we'll go through these in alphabetical order today actually. Black Denim, trained by Michael Costa. After a good first up win, she was very disappointing second up at Wyong on the 2nd of June, but as it turned out, she appeared to have been galloped on in the run. Had a bit of a mark there on her leg and dropped out pretty quickly, so she had to trial again. She trialled good, ran second, so she looked to be back on track. She raced at Nowra on the 28th, just a few days ago. She ran 7th. She was beaten 2.5 lengths. It wasn't a bad effort actually. She just probably went a bit too fast up front, her and another horse. Probably just travelled a bit too quick up on the bridle up front, and just ran out of steam in the last little bit. So if she can be ridden a bit quieter, perhaps with some cover like she did in her win first up, then should see the best of her. So not too sure where she's heading to next, but she's going okay. In Costanati for Bjorn Baker. Good to have him back after such a long time off from injury. He's come back looking in good order. His first up run, look, he found the 1,200 metres too long after such a long break, and the heavy 10 certainly didn't help. So it was obviously a very disappointing result. He tailed off and was pulled up pretty quickly, but thankfully it was not related to a previous injury. Just wasn't fit enough, to be honest. So he had a good run second up at Randwick on the 25th. He finished 6th, beaten only 3 lengths. He loomed as the winner at the 200 metres, but just tired and got tired the last little bit. Still lacking that race fitness. He's had the 2 runs back in a couple of trials, so should be reaching that fitness now. And next start, we're hoping to see him in the finish, which should be good. And that's going to be at the 9th, on the 9th of July at Randwick. So good luck to the owners in Costanati. Lenero for Gerald Ryan. Raced at Wyong yesterday. He was disappointing. It was a pretty handy field, but he just he probably wasn't 100% genuine, to be honest. He was given a decent ride. It was in a nice spot. When the pressure was applied, he probably just gave it up a bit there. So Gerald's considering putting the blinkers on for him next start, which should hopefully switch him on, keep him a bit more focused. So fingers crossed that does the trick, if that's the plan. Previous to that, he ran a good second at Hawkesbury. So look, on his day, he can run a good race. Madame Zabil for John and Chris Ledger. She's racing fairly consistently. She's not being beaten by far in the last couple of starts. Last race being at Geelong Synthetic on the 28th of June. She did finish 9th, but it was only by 4 lengths. It was her first go at the 2,200 metres, jumping up from 1,600 metres. So she just got tired the last little bit, but in all fairness to the horse, she did have a couple of horses take her on throughout the run up in the lead there, which wasn't ideal. So I think first go at the trip will benefit. She'll benefit from it. So next start, if she can get a bit of a softer run, she should go good again. So Madame Zabille, I think she might be dropping back to the 2,000 metres, possibly at Wodonga sometime this month. Rosetta's Way for Gerald Ryan. Impressive winner last start at Newcastle on the 11th of June. She was pretty much last at the top of the straight, giving the leaders a good head start. At the 200 metre mark, you're still looking at the race, you would have thought she wasn't a chance at all. But she ran over the top of them late, ran home very strong and got the win, so that was good. A nice win, a second win for the preparation for her, so she's going well, and she's earned herself a crack at a Saturday Metropolitan race tomorrow at Rose Hill, race 6 over 1,500 metres. It's a tough race, strong field. She's the roughie of the race. Look, we're not expecting her to win, but Gerald basically wants to see how she'll go over the 1,500 metre trip, and it might give us a little bit of an indication where she's at the moment, regardless of what happens. Look, I think she's an improving type. She's improved every single preparation. I think she's still going to improve. I certainly don't think she'll be disgraced tomorrow. It'd be nice if she could run into the placings, if at all. So good luck to the owners in Rosetta's Way tomorrow. C Sharp for Tim Martin. It was a bit disappointing last start at Canterbury on the 22nd of June over 1900. But to be fair to the horse, he was ridden a little bit upside down. Jockey just quite simply went out too hard on him out in front. He didn't get a breather in the race. They ran a fast time, and you can't do it at both ends and expect to have something left in the tank at the end of the race. So expect him to bounce back to form. Just probably a horse that you don't want to lead on. We'll try to get cover next start. Back in the provincials somewhere. Tim hasn't picked a race for him next, but should go well again. Star appearance for Gerald Ryan. He's in good order and he's looking well, feeling well, racing well. He had no luck in his last start at Newcastle where he blew the start. Missed by a few lengths, ended up being last. I think he was spotting the leader, probably a good 12 length head start at the top of the straight. Finished off extremely well, was beaten only 2.5 lengths in the end. So look, if he was a bit closer, probably would have been hard to beat. He was the favourite in that race, or one of the favourites. So he's always going well. Just needs to start well and get in a good position, and he's been racing consistently anyway. So next start could be at Hawkesbury on the 7th of July over 1,400 metres. Last runner to mention for this month, Vegas Strip for Mick Price. She had her last start at Flemington on the 18th of June. That was off the back of a really good strong win at Cranbourne, where she won by nearly 5 lengths. So she had a crack at the Saturday grade. It's always a big step up, but she deserved that. Look, she was a bit disappointing. We were expecting her to be competitive, but she's only a small, lightly framed filly, and she just came to the end of the preparation, and she was a bit worked up heading out to the race in the mounting yard, and just a good sign to say that she's had enough this preparation. So she's going to improve, a bit of maturity, a bit of age, she'll strengthen up. So she's out for a spell now, and look forward to her coming back next time in. So that was the runners over the past month. So we'll go to my tip for this month. Last month's tip, Pinned and Pearl, finished a close 4th. I think she probably just found that track a bit too wet. It was a heavy 10 at Rose Hill that day. It wasn't beaten all that far though. So she's actually racing tomorrow at Rose Hill in race 2. And I know that the stable are happy with her and they're expecting her to be a winning chance. I believe she's the favourite at the moment. My tip, however, for this month is a man named Yulong Baby. Mick Price trains. She's racing at Caulfield tomorrow in race 3. She's back on a home track at Caulfield where she's won 2 from 2. She also got a good second up record. So I think she's a decent each way bet. Currently paying $6 fixed with the TAB, in from $7 that I saw yesterday. So she could figure. I think she's a chance. Certainly likes her home track. So anyway, good luck there, guys. Have a good weekend. Good luck to all of our owners with runners over the weekend, and we'll see you next week, next month. Happy punting. Bye.